All right, thank you. We're going to move into our Q&A. Christine? Hey.
Hey. um, I don't actually have any questions right now on the STL news
Okay.
Facebook page.
All right, Claire.
Good morning.
Good
I
morning. Good morning.
Good morning. I don't have any questions on the page for.
Okay. Any from our production team? Okay. All
I
right. Oh, I'm
actually,
sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, I have a question about on the website. It talks about you took, what was it? You ended the terms. The Sorry, I forgot it.
Mhm.
I'm looking for it now. You took to the Washington State Court of Appeals a hearing that ended up ending the unlawful confinement of prisoners, and I'm very interested in hearing more about that.
That was actually the result of parole board policy that they put in place after they decided that those who were under 18 and got life without parole should be eligible for release. And what the law actually said was, if we're not more than likely to commit crimes, we must be released.
Mhm.
And what the parole board was doing was saying, yep, we do not believe this person is likely to reoffend. Go on and take these programs to prepare you for release over the next 18 months. And I happen to realize that, wait a minute, if it says we must be released, if we ain't likely to reoffend, that don't mean start giving us programs to prepare us for release.
Mhm.
And the law also allowed for all that preparation to be done before the hearing. But they were keeping people locked up a year and a half, 2 years longer, people being denied their release because of something that happened over those 2 year periods. And I wrote a law journal article about it, critiquing it, and it ended up being cited in another prisoner's case who was denied parole, or because of that 18 months when he got in trouble, and they got rid of the policy. The court was quoting me like I was some law professor, as opposed to sitting in a cell somewhere.
Mhm.
And I got to watch a good friend of mine be the first one to get out immediately because of what I wrote and what got
Wow.
cited. And I also got to sit in my parole hearing and see in one of the parole board members' folder that journal piece I wrote.
Mhm. Excellent. Wow. Good work. Good work. Good work. All
It
right.
was, yeah,
Mhm. Go ahead.
it was satisfying. I'll tell you that.
Mhm.
And what's unfortunate is, we talk about that mindset
Mhm.
that people in the system get.
Mhm.
Almost every single one of my lawyers thought it was a bad idea for me to write anything about that parole board's policy.
Mhm.
We just want to get you out.
Mhm.
You can try to burn the house down once we get you out of there, but we just want to get you out. And you know what I realized? The difference between me and them, they're lawyers and have to zealously advocate for one client. I don't want to just get me out.
Mhm.
I had a bigger view than that. I want it out, but that don't mean I want to leave and see countless other people stay there, because after a decade of trying to learn the law in order to advocate for myself and prisoners, when the moment comes for me to utilize all those gifts that God allowed me to develop, to stay silent because I'm spooked about what they might do to me,
Mhm.
I just didn't feel that. I wasn't with it. I wouldn't criticize anybody else who did, but I think the fact that I'm sitting here, a law student, demonstrates that I'm built a little different.
Mhm. Okay. Great. All right. One last opportunity. Anything coming in, guys? If not, we'll move on to allow JJ to have the final closing remarks. Okay. All right. So, JJ, can you let us know how to reach you, what efforts you may be working on now through your organization, and then also talk to us a little bit about your book that you have out.
So I'm the director of the Beyond the Blindfolded Justice Project, and it is all about advocating for those who were confined when they were youths, to get them a second look, to get the courts to reassess their cases and make a determination as to whether they should have really got all that time based on everything we know about juvenile brain development, the very things that got me out here. And, you know, it's strange to be in this position to actually be advocate for people I left behind who not so long ago I was similarly situated to. But on the other hand, I look at myself like I'm best positioned to do this. I was just there. I know these people personally. And that's what I do, man. And it is difficult work, especially being this close to that prison cell. But we all got to do what we can to try to make a change in this system, not only to give people second chances, but I think some of the very things we're talking about would increase public safety too. And, you know, I've written about many of these things. That when I mentioned I was writing a column for a while, and they were published by the Crime Report, a collection of them. The book is called The Extraordinary Ordinary Prisoner. And you just Google my name, Jeremiah Beurgeois, and it will pop up. There's plenty out there as far as my writings and what I'm doing now. But
okay, can you repeat the name of the book again, please?
It is The Extraordinary Ordinary Prisoner. Okay. And, you know, I think that title was apt. It was actually a title to one of my columns because, you know, they want to look at what I did and was doing as extraordinary. No, I was an ordinary prisoner. I just had extraordinary opportunities because I had family and support out there and able to build a narrative that other folks find extraordinary. But don't think I'm any different than anybody else in there. Like, I see why he got a second chance, but the rest of them, no. I was the worst of them, according to these people. Don't flip the script now when all of a sudden you want to distinguish me from the rest of the men and women who got locked up when they were children. No, I'm just like them. I was the worst of them, according to you. So, yeah, if the worst of the worst is a law student, let's quit pretending that people don't change and can't change and don't have the capacity for it in there.